Calvin from the Karting Company in New Zealand. Young Hayden's turned up again, and he doesn't know this yet, but he's going to be the guinea pig for my new device. And we're sitting here looking at our day.
How about that, eh?
Yep, that is a mint day. So this little device came about because often 1UZs don't span the full throttle. They only go like 75%, which is pretty normal. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab the scan tool. We're going to fire the scan tool into Hayden's car and see where his TPS goes to. And then come up with a plan to fit this unit and see if we can make a difference. And then he can go about his day, he's going to do some test driving, and he's going to drive around and give me some feedback on whether it works or it doesn't work, whether it makes a difference. The test rig is his UCF 10, is it a 10 or 11?
10.
It's a 10. UCF 10 Celsius. So it's got the second series of ECU that came in the Celsius. We used it as the guinea pig the other day to test an ECU that's off to the Caribbean, and it drove beautifully. It's a lovely old car. It's smooth, it's nice to drive. He's already had a rebuilt ECU in it. We've done a thermostat so it doesn't cool off anymore. Does it cool off now? Does your heater work?
Yeah, it's good, eh? Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's not sitting on cold all the time.
And your fuel economy?
I'd say it's better, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not running on cold all the time, so
Yeah.
yeah.
And now we're going to do this and see if it shifts a bit sharper and a bit nicer. It might be like putting it in sport mode. Do you use it in sport mode?
No. What's the point in doing that?
You're like granddad.
Yeah.
Well, this will give like sport and then another sport.
Yeah. It's the nanomobile, this one.
So I have my scan tool attached on the bench. We're on throttle position here. We're at 0 because the throttle is closed. And I'm just going to gesture at Hayden, and Hayden's going to go over there and he's going to open the throttle. We're going to watch this. Can we see that? It's at 0. It's going to open the throttle all the way up, and it's just going to magically go up. This one's quite low, 64%. So that doesn't go very high at all. 64.
Fucking hell, that's quite low, isn't it?
Language, can you say it again? That's quite low, isn't it?
That's quite low, yeah.
Yeah, that's quite low, yeah. So I'm going to tap into that and see what this little device does.
So you said this isn't a JZ?
It's a 2JZ.
Yeah.
You know the rule, I don't work on JZs?
Yeah.
So that's not a JZ, it's not in my workshop.
Okay, yeah, it's not in the shop.
It's not actually here, it's just a figment of your imagination.
I thought it was the fucking...
So we had a little bit of an issue, but I'm back playing with the TPS adjuster and also taking codes out of this OBD2 US domestic market ECU. And this one's particularly bad on the throttle position sensor. Full throttle, 64%. 64%. You got that, Jace? So we're at 0% now.
We're at 0.
Full throttle.
Oh, we got 65 this time.
65% full throttle.
Yep, 64. Oh, lost some.
Okay.
I've got none now.
What?
I've got none now.
That's because I shut the throttle. So if I take this little thing here, probably calls a throttle code, and I take, this is going to the ECU, so that goes to that wire. Twist and tape. We're not even going to tape.
Oh, you got 2% throttle now. You got 3%. We've got nothing now. It's broken. Oh, we've got 3 again.
We good now? Probably because I just got a bit of interference happening. Right, so if I go full throttle, $85?
66.
Oh. Grab your screwdriver, put all the knob.
Oh, we've got 87.
87%.
Yep.
That's not bad, eh?
Yeah, it's maxed out 87. Mind you, the last quarter of it doesn't do anything.
it's to do with the gain. So it'll ramp up faster. So if we look here, this one at full throttle, what voltage? You know what's really interesting is we need both ends of this attached.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you?
So if I put this on here,
$3.23.
3.23.
Mm-hmm. $4.49.
4.5 on that one. Exactly what I asked for. So input, that's why when you're setting up that link, you didn't get much voltage. 3.4.
Yes.
3.5.
That's what I got.
Yep. Whereas now, spitting out 4.5. Hence, we get extra percentage on your TPS. What's that going to do to the transmission shift? It's going to kick down faster. And it's going to hold gears longer. It's going to be much nicer. So that's going to make a difference. I'm going to put that in Hayden's now. That's going to work. We'll put that in Hayden's. I'll give that a test. Hayden's not here now. I don't know what that's going to do to the revving on an NA engine, on a manual one. Start up. Yeah, I got plenty of petrol. Can you put the fuel pump fuse on the end?
I'm looking here, there's a fuse in it.
Yeah, it's the double fuse system. It's really loud! What's it revving to? What? 62. 62? Right, cool, that's good. And no trouble codes. US domestic market, no trouble codes. No EGR codes, no solenoid codes, no transmission codes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm back at Hayden's. I got the box. We did have a slight incident where I let the smoke out. But fortunately, the guys that have been working with me on designing this and making it for me, they put the smoke back in, and we're going to test drive it in Hayden's Celsior. It's quite handy having a Celsior in the flock actually to come over and
Unmolested.
unmolested, yeah. It's about to be unmolested because I've got the unit to put on it. So we're going to fit this up, give it a drive, see what it goes like. He loves pulling that glove box out.
Oh, the amount of times. Jeez.
So I've got the scan tool. Hayden's got the unit, the box out. Full throttle is 74%. 74%. So we're trying to get a little bit more than that and see what sort of difference it makes. 5 volts on there. Put down. 3.61. Throttle position is at 0, which is where it should be, so the idle stays correct. Foot to the floor. All the way open. Crank it up a bit more. .5. It's good for a drive. See what it goes like. Yep. We're all fitted up. Letting it warm up. And Grandad Hayden here just ticking along. put your foot up it. Oh, that's cool. Does that kick down better than normal?
Yep.
That was a faster kick down, eh?
Yeah, it was a faster.
It's a smoother kick down. What happens if I do power and that unit?
Yeah, this is a way nicer kick down, eh?
You notice a kick down?
Oh yeah.
Smoother?
Oh yeah.
So
because before you'd put your foot down, and there would be like a delay, and then it would just go, and then just yeah.
So this is not in power mode at the moment. We're back to normal mode. How's that gear shift? It seems a bit sharper. Not quite as nana.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Oh yeah, she's floating. She's floating. Yeah.
So
It's a lot better, eh?
you've noticed a difference.
Yeah.
When I did the UCF20 the other day,
Yeah.
I gained 10% more throttle.
Oh yeah.
This one, I haven't,
Yeah.
but the shifts are much nicer
Yeah.
and it accelerates much nicer.
Yes.
Because we've increased the ramp rate of the TPS as well.
Yeah.
So not only have we tried to get more top end, but we've got more ramp, so it comes up faster. And it certainly seems to hold that kick down for a bit longer. And it's a much smoother kick down.
That was quite a big kick down there.
So if you want to kick it down now, it does kick down a lot better than it used to, because
Oh yeah.
these are normally quite sluggish on the kick down.
Shit, yeah. Now you put your foot down and it actually just bangs down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's an improvement. So it has changed the way it performs, doesn't it?
Definitely. Because that was actually a bit of an annoyance. Actually, you go to pass someone and you put your foot down and it would just be nothing. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Hopefully that does what we want it to do. Like, I've only got like 2% more on the TPS on this one. Like, as I said, the Gen 2 I got 10% more that I tested. But even I noticed a difference in the way it performs.
Yes.
It holds gear nicer.
Yes.
Which, what guys artificially do is they crank the TPS around and it stuffs with their bottom end, their idle settings.
Yeah.
So Toyota needs the TPS to be, the ECU needs to see that TPS at 0 with the throttle, or the closed throttle switch on when it's at idle.
When it's idle, yeah.
And then it sorts the timing out and does the idle control correctly.
Yeah.
And so the bottom end span's fairly similar, but once it gets up, it ramps much faster, giving us the result we want it to do.
Yeah.
So you drive for a week or so?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks?
Yeah.
See what it goes like? It might not even come out actually. It might just stay there.
You say that and I'll put the glove box together and can I grab that out? Oh yeah, okay. I'll take
Nah,
it. Yeah. I'll leave it out for the
No, we'll take gloves up because we can tuck it up and put the plug hanging out. So I'll need an update, a status update in a week or so.
Yeah.
See what it's like. Hey, does that TPS adjusty thingy worky?
Yep.
It's
And
nice.
the high end it does. If you're say if you're cruising along maybe 50 k's and you put your foot in it, it doesn't downshift. It still keeps the same gear all the way out.
Like it should?
Like it should, yeah. But if you're cruising along at 80 k's or something, you put your foot in it, boom.
Bang on. That's what it's meant to do.
Yeah.
It's not meant to adjust it down low.
Yeah.
That sounds like a success to me.
Yep.
Primo, thank you for testing it. You might as well just leave it. Just keep it.
Cool.
Long-term test.